Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of RiesKitchen. Today we're making French-style chicken casserole, an absolute classic combining the flavours of mushrooms, bacon and wine. Just delicious. I'm getting hungry already, so let's get straight into our ingredients, shall we? So first up we have 2 chicken Maryland that I have jointed, some Swiss brown mushrooms, onion, speck or bacon, butter, salt, bay leaf, sprigs of rosemary, potatoes, waxy or ordinary, doesn't matter, Chardonnay, black pepper and vegetable oil. Our first step today is to melt our butter and oil together. So now that our butter's melted, we're just going to pop in our chicken and we want it to start getting a little bit of colour. I'm going to do the skin side first. So just while the chicken's browning, we'll just quarter our mushrooms. So these are ready to turn, I think. Oh, look at that, it's lovely golden. And so now I'm just going to chop my onion. Oh, look at the colour on these, it's just beautiful. So I'm now just going to season with a little bit of sea salt and some black pepper. And I'm going to pop in our onion. And our bacon, or speck, as I've got. And lastly, I'm just going to pop in our bay leaf and the rosemary sprigs, all out of my garden. And I'm just going to let that cook for 3 or 4 minutes just to let the onion soften. So our next step is to throw in our mushrooms. And just to give those a little bit of a stir in and cook for another minute. So now to add the Chardonnay. Luckily for me, I only need half this bottle, so I get to have a glass with it when I serve. And so I'm going to bring that to the boil. The aromas coming into this pan are just amazing. That rosemary, a star ingredient really. So now with all of that lovely moisture, I'm going to do a double lid. So I'm going to put some tin foil over. And I'm going to need 2 because of the width of my pan. Very gently. I'm just going to turn the heat off just for a sec so I don't burn myself. And then I'm going to put my lid on. And now we let this, so that's got a really good tight seal. And we let this steam now, or cook on a gentle heat for a good half hour. Now our final steps with the potato are to add a little bit of crunch into this dish, and it's just so wonderful. So in another heavy fry pan, I'm just going to put just a small amount of oil. We're not making chips, but we want to slow cook them, but we do need some oil in there. And warm that up. So we've cubed up our potatoes into nice little bite-sized bits. So now I'm going to carefully pop them in our pan. And we're going to toss them around for about 15 minutes till they're almost cooked through. What we're trying to do is just get that little bit of crunch on all sides. So I'm stirring these all the time. These are at about 5 minutes in, so we've got a little way to go yet. But you can they're starting, a bit of the starch sticks to the bottom of the pan. And you can see that the outsides are starting to get that different change in texture. So these are now lovely and golden. And it doesn't matter if they're not 100% cooked because they're going to go in with our chicken, but they're looking exactly how I want them. So I'm now going to just pop them onto the paper towel and drain for a sec. The aroma in this kitchen is just amazing. All right, let's have a sneak peek. Now be very careful when you take the foil off, because obviously there's a lot of steam going on. I'll just turn my gas down a little bit. And I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just going to check my chicken and just make sure that I've only got clear juices coming out, which I have. And you can see there it's shrunk away from the bone. It's just beautiful. So now we're going to stir through our lovely crunchy potatoes. And with the lid off now, I'm just going to let all of those flavours merge together for the last 3 or 4 minutes, and then it'll be ready to serve. Now for all the details of today's recipe, don't forget to check out my blog at the link below. But as always, the best bit's in the eating. Oh, can't wait. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. The potatoes have gone almost creamy, and the wonderful sauce that comes with this, and the mushrooms and the rosemary just pops, and of course the chicken. This will be an absolute family favourite in your house, as it is in mine, I'm sure. Until next time everybody, ciao.